It's game day, baby. It's game day for the Iowa Hawkeyes, ready to take on Rutgers. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I am juiced. I'm ready for this game. This could be a trap game. You have the in-state rival, Iowa State Cyclones, coming up on Wednesday with that beast Audie Crooks. Listen, this is a big game. You want to make sure you secure this victory versus Rutgers. Coach Jensen had some major things to say about this game. We have to get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification and hype the video. Let's not play no games. It's game day, baby. Let's get into it. Iowa coach Jensen, who has the Hawkeyes off to a hot start behind super duper sophomore Ava Hayden, who might be first team all Big Ten when it's all said and done at the end of the year with the way she's balling. She might be first team all Big Ten. We got legitimate first round prospect Hannah Stokey. Listen, Chit Chat might be on her way back soon. This team is looking legit. Let's see what Coach Jensen had to say about the game.
But they have Shannon Perry. She used to be a Hawkeye. She's new on staff. Her and her husband used to be at UCLA.
Kyle.
Yeah, I think, once you get into conference play, you kind of assume that there's going to be some players that you know a little bit about just from years past. And Rutgers has a couple. I think they've got a couple players in their rotation that are back, but a lot of transfers. Just if you've watched them on film, just what players have kind of stood out for them, maybe new players, or if they have some returning ones that you.
Well, the day number 10 for them, she's just kind of a unique guard. She really likes to score it. She's averaging about 18, 2 old boards. She likes, she can rip and drive. She's pretty athletic when she makes her moves. Their point guard, she kind of does, comes down on the point and she'll just really take a 4 feet behind the line 3 on you. So they have different nuances in that break. But then when you get into their system with the back screens and they do their small forward, their power forward, and they're big, they all post up. So that matchup with number 22, her name is Akara Perkins. She's 6'3". We got to find her in transition because she's just kind of a versatile player, and that's our guards aren't nearly that big, especially if you get Chit Chat back, right? You got Chit Chat, Kylie, and Taylor. So it's their size, but those 2 guards do a really good job. But one that's intriguing me that's coming off the bench, she's a grad kid. Her name is Faith Blackstone, but her points per game usage are crazy. She hasn't played much, but she's shooting 46% overall and about 37% from 3. So those are 3 of the guards, and then the bigs, they're just going to be a little different because they're go at the high post at you a little bit more. They certainly post up at the block, but they have a different high-low look. They run a little bit of the Princeton stuff and some actions off of that.
Ethan and then Dargan.
Hi, Coach. I was just wondering if you could update us on your 3 injured players, Chastity, Emily, and Tegan.
Yeah. Well, I haven't talked to our trainer yet, and it's not coach speak. They're truly day to day when they're going to be released.
We need Chit Chat back. I want Chit Chat back at the point guard spot. Strimdog, Taylor Strimlow be doing her thing, but I feel like Chit Chat get his team a whole different look at that point guard spot.
And there's different testing and protocols, so I haven't got that yet. I think that we're still a little bit of ways with Tegan's, recovery. But I'm a little bit, crossing my fingers about Chat and Emily. But it really is day to day, and I don't have anything yet has come through my desk, or our trainer hasn't stopped up yet.
Dargan, go ahead.
I was just asked real quick. Any of those 3 practiced at all any this week?
No.
And then the other thing, so this would be something you probably wouldn't have to worry about with a veteran team, but with a young team, like in this kind of awkward start of Big Ten play, do you treat it like this is the start of Big Ten play, or is it just another big non-conference game? How does that? How have
No,
you?
I think that is kind of my biggest concern. And then it's even unique. Tomorrow with our charter flight out, we have to leave early. And so we have to practice at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And that's just a lot different, practicing at 8 a.m. and we got to be on the hop because we have to get to the airport. It's the only time that the charter window, when you go out and are landing in Newark, there's just a lot of condensed air traffic. So everything's just a little different. And getting them to understand, we've only played one true road game at Northern Iowa. And, we've had some years at Rutgers, granted somewhere in the Vivian era, but, they're close, right? And getting them to understand because we're more young than we're older and getting the older kids to translate how difficult it is to win on the road. That is a concern. I've been talking about it. I definitely haven't made it just another road game. I've talked about the excitement and the importance of going 1-0. Not all is won or lost, but certainly the games that are on paper that land in your favor, you definitely want to take care of those. But I don't know, I think Rutgers is so new pieces that, it just, it'll be fun. I hope it's fun in the win column, but I am a little concerned. That's not anybody's favorite of how with these expansive conferences now, we have to throw in a conference game in the middle of everything else. Because no matter how much people want to talk about what we did in Florida or the excitement of Iowa State or, the end of the non-con with Connecticut, every coach will tell you the most important game in your whole schedule before Christmas is the conference one.
We have to beat Rutgers. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I know it's on the road. You got to go all the way to the East Coast. These conferences are crazy. You got to go all the way to New Jersey to play a conference game. But business is business, and it needs to be handled. The Iowa Hawkeyes need to beat Rutgers. You're a better team. You need to go win that game.
So yeah, I'm a little geeked on that one.
Jeff.
Just kind of piggybacking on that. Is it more of a challenge to play a team like this or a Wisconsin or a Purdue or, somebody that's probably supposed to finish toward the bottom, right away when, they're fresh and they're 0-0, 7-2, feeling good about themselves? Is that a lot harder now than it would be when, maybe the season has kind of broken them a little bit?
Yeah, I do think that. And I think, Robin's doing such a great job. You bring up Wisconsin. You're working so hard. Everybody in the beginning, there's just so much hope and promise. Everybody, right, in the country is you lose a couple you shouldn't. You're like, maybe you're 500, you got time, right? Maybe you're 8-0 and wow, we can take steps. But I think you're exactly right. And, that's another thing, Dargan, you asked about the young kids. So I'm getting the young kids, to try to just understand how much harder this game is going to be and what the environment is like at Rutgers. It's their rec center. It's a unique, I like the arena myself, but it's another different thing to navigate. But then your older players, trying to get them to understand that it's never business as usual, right? So I think there's two things in play is, we've got to just go there and take care of business. Because
That's the bottom line. We need to get in there and take care of business. I expect the Hawkeyes to dominate this matchup versus Rutgers. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think is going to happen in this game. Give me your final score predictions. Let me know what you think. And this is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.